The monument is the original mold that we used to cast the bronze monument that's in Arlington, Virginia. Felix de Weldon donated it to the Marine Military Academy, and there were Marines that were in the trucking business, and they donated their time to get it down here. Local community donated money, and they donated the granite and so forth to construct the monument. Mr. DeWhalen, or Dr. DeWhalen, was here for almost a year while they were constructing it. There was a company out of Brownsville that built offshore rigs that welded together a metal framework that's inside the monument, since those are all molds, they're hollow on the inside to give it strength and structure. So it was quite an event to have the monument brought to Harlingen. On the 6th of November, we are going to celebrate Harlon Block Day. The state of Texas has designated the 6th of November as Harlon Block Day. Harlon Block is the man that's at the base of the monument, or the base of the flagpole, and he was from Weslaco, Texas. And he and a number of other young men who were seniors and played football for Weslaco High School, they all enlisted in the Marine Corps and served in the Pacific. And unfortunately, Corporal Block was killed a few days after the picture was taken. And after the war, his body was moved to Weslaco. And when Dr. DeWhalen gave us the monument and it was constructed here, the Corporal Block's family agreed to having the body moved, and it now is interned here on the grounds at the base of the monument. If we On the 6th of November, to celebrate Harlon Block Day, the Marine Military Academy is going to have a parade and a wreath laying here at Harlon Block's grave, and the public is invited to that. We would like to have them here to help us recognize a Valley hero who participated in World War II, is on the Iwo Jima Monument, and now rests here at the Marine Military Academy. The Battle of Iwo Jima occurred during World War II, and the purpose of taking the island was for the airstrips that were there. The Japanese had built airstrips, and it was so that bombers that were going to Japan, if any of them were either damaged or had some kind of mechanical problem, that they had somewhere that they could land. Before that, the bombers that were in distress were crashing into the sea. So the island was taken for those landing strips. The Japanese, contrary to what they had done in the past, they dug in very strong defensive positions, and they literally fought to the last man. There were some 23,000 Japanese on the island, and almost all of them perished during the battle. It was one of the bloodiest battles during World War II, and it showed the heroism and determination of the American fighting people. I think are represented here on this monument. You know, you stop and think about it, these young men that are here are not much older than the young men that are attending the Marine Military Academy right now, or are in our local high schools. And they represent for all of us what the sacrifice that is made for us today to enjoy the lifestyle that we have today, and the sacrifice that someday we may be called upon so that we too can preserve this lifestyle. The story is that there was a flag that had been placed on the top of Mount Suribachi, and but it was a small flag. And Harlon Block's unit, you was told to get a bigger flag and put it up there so that all of the U.S. fighting people on that island could see it as a motivator. And so someone went out to a ship got a bigger flag, brought it back, and they went back up the mountain and found a piece of pipe up there, and then they raised that flag, and it just so happened that Joe Rosenthal, a photographer and reporter, was there, and he snapped the picture. It's also interesting, when he took the picture, it was from behind. So you can't see the faces of those men in his picture. And I think that's kind of important, because rather than them representing just themselves, they represented all of American fighting people at that time.